Hey, we're back with another video. It's 9:35, and I'm just kind of hanging out tonight, listening to music and learning. I'm actually just kind of experimenting with, recycling items. So I'm kind of working on cardboard scraps right here. I don't know what you think of that, but it's really basic, as all my art is. But you know what? No matter how basic you are as an artist, certain people with agendas are going to sit here and try to act like you're pursuing an art career when you really aren't. It's a form of their jealousy and their competitiveness that I have never showed any interest in playing. But I do remember the things, the stupid little skits and the competitive games that they would bring up. And look how it's escalated into something that is just downright evil. I'm going to tell you, Steven's mom is a vengeful fucking bitch, okay? I will tell you that. But she had no right to do what she did, okay? And definitely, seeing as how I've done absolutely nothing, okay? But just the threat of me, overstepping these boundaries, okay, in her mind, there should be no boundaries, okay? I personally, when I'm really looking at this whole issue, I personally think a lot of people take advantage of disabled people, disabled families. They take advantage of them monetarily, they sexually abuse them, so on and so forth, and then the kids grow up with these weird, sexual appetites, okay? And, I'm not going to go into sexuality anymore, because I'm sure everybody has their opinion about incest, but this is my stance on it, okay? And like I said, what bothers me is, if people want to do what they want to do, but don't you ever drag me into your fucking drama. Do not drag me into your bullshit drama. Especially in situations like this, okay? And, it's like, God, I can't tell you how much respect I have lost, okay? Decades of respect that I have lost, okay? Imagine somebody putting you on a pedestal for decades, okay? And then all of a sudden, it's like the turd in the punch bowl thing. It's like, fuck, just whoosh, gone. Anyway. So I was thinking about, what's moral, what's not moral, and here I am, being persecuted because, number one, I'm not going to wear trash to work. Now, sometimes I get a little lax to my clothes, especially since I'm working out in the middle of nowhere, okay? But because, see, you can tell this is coming from jealous bitches, okay? Because that makes absolutely no sense. You're going to work, you're going to look your best. I have seen some people go to work in things that I personally wouldn't wear. Now, there has been times where I have worn things like that, and usually it was when I was feeling really run down and just really wanted to literally break down, okay? I'm not interested in breaking down, okay? This is who I am, okay? And I find their intrusion, well, exactly what it is. I find their intrusion intrusive, okay? Like they've crossed boundaries and borders where they had no right to cross, okay? And like I said, what makes this a major hate crime, and it's a hate crime, okay? Polly didn't have my best interest when she was fucking me over, taking my job and manipulating it, okay? And Elsie didn't have my best interest at heart when she did it. My family didn't have their best interest. Nobody had any right to do what they did, which I've already gone over this before, okay? But which was earth-shaking to me is the reason why, okay? Now, I had long thought that my family was the originators of this, and yeah, I would say they encouraged these intrusions, okay, since they felt like they had, intruded upon me before. They have the right to invite other people into it, okay? Whatever the issue is, back the fuck away from me, okay? And some of the people who got involved in this might think, well, Murray, you're coming off really blunt, you're using profanity, you're doing this, you're doing that. I'm going to tell you, when you have threatened my life, don't you dare sit here and get offended because I'm going to drop the F-bomb, okay? Don't you dare get offended because you have the nerve to come into my life and then create all your drama and point the finger and scapegoat me just like my family did, okay? And then be in the condition that you're in, okay? Now, hey, I can't even, my brain has a hard time wrapping around the fact that these people really believed that they were superior and wanted to shove that down my throat, okay? And I find this laughable. I really do. It takes all these people to enact all these stupid little skits, the drama, the harassment. They have to get all of this shit to do what? Am I supposed to sit here and change my life to make Elsie or Polly happy, so I'm going to go into a life and be around people that make me miserable? I don't give I don't like the way these people live their life. Okay, I have the right to live my life as I choose. If Joel's family had certain rules and ideas of expectations, okay, first of all, he was married. He got married while we were separated. Sometime around then, he must have got married at that time. Hey, you know what? That's not my problem. Okay? No one ever told me about it. Okay? So all of these people are showing themselves to be liars and all that other shit, and then Karen gets involved in it, Murray gets involved in it, and you know, this is what irritates me so bad about it. This woman, this ex-nurse, okay? Oh, she is an ex-nurse, okay? But I'm going to say that her white privilege basically got her, you know, certain favors to where she can feel free to, you know, basically act out this crime in front of everybody, okay? Including the mayor, not just in this town, but also in the other town that I'm originally from, okay? Who, I am going to remind everyone, is an employment lawyer, okay? Now, he should have known better than this, okay? But he was probably thinking, oh, you know, that's her future mother-in-law, I'm going to let this happen, whatever. You know what I mean? 5, 6 years go by, nothing's happened. This woman has enacted psychotic rage through all these companies. You know, what really gets me is companies like, oh, I'm going to say them, Act One, okay? Act One is founded by a black woman, okay? They're supposed to be an equal opportunity employer. Do you know what an equal opportunity employer is? I will tell you. An equal opportunity employer is somebody who makes sure, who is basically doing everything they can to accommodate certain people who happen to be under a protected class. They are supposed to be known for it. They're supposed to adhere to certain rules and regulations and laws, okay, to be in compliance with that. That doesn't mean that it's an affirmative action. They're basically saying, we are going to look at your skills and your experience, and we are going to match you accordingly, okay? And, you know, an equal opportunity is basically giving people who are disadvantaged, okay, not saying they're giving them an advantage, but they're taking certain things into consideration. For example, okay, I don't have a bachelor's degree, okay? But I've been working for 20-something years, okay? And I've been to college for 2 years. That's the equivalent. A long time ago, it used to be, okay, you either have a bachelor's degree, okay, or you have the equivalent of years. Like, for example, 10 years is the equivalent of a bachelor's degree for some people, okay? Equal opportunities employers are supposed to do that. They're not supposed to base it on your race. They're not supposed to base it on your religion. They're supposed to be basing it on your skill level. Okay, so I got all this bullshit about, oh, I don't have a bachelor's degree, therefore they can't help me. I can name people in this town, okay, I can name them by name who have gone through these agencies and have been accommodated with no problems whatsoever. Okay? Okay, and I'm going to tell you something else. You know, you cannot sit here and say, well, are you going, because there's different levels within accounting that people are going to qualify for that do not require. Like, for example, some college students go to what do you call it, work in accounting or any whatever field they're doing as either an intern or they might work part-time to get the experience to build on to their career. That is a career move that everybody should be familiar with, okay? But yet I'm being discriminated against. Like I said, I can name names, okay, that are not necessarily associated with, they're part of it, but they're not directly involved in this targeting, but I know that these people have gone through these agencies and been accommodated, okay? So we got Jan Sizer over here in the main office, okay, who's a part of the surveillance team. Oh yeah, I will. I'm going to sit here and throw all this shit out. Who's a part of the surveillance team while I was there, and she was basically mimicking things that I said in the privacy of my own home, okay, because she was listening in on it. Okay, yes, Elsie has a lot of gets a lot of favors from people because she is a goddamn liar. Okay? And I have every right to be angry. Every right. Because I work my ass off, okay? I work my ass off. And I care about my future, all right? I've gone through a shitload of stuff throughout my entire life, okay? And I did the best I could, all right? And you got this warped bitch who's going to sit here and is this what all this testing is about? Is that what this is about? Because she thinks, you know, if her son's retarded, oh, hell no, I'm not retarded, okay? So don't even go there, bitch, okay? Don't even go there. Not a damn thing wrong with me, all right? But there's something wrong with you, okay? Because you can't, no reason that you can give me is going to sit here and hold any water as to why you did what you did. None. And I know you're listening to my video, somehow. You are listening to it, okay? I know you are. I know Karen is, and I know everybody else is, okay? So the thing is, I'm holding you 100% responsible. Like I said, I shouldn't have to work a day in my life. Not one day should I have to work in my life. Okay, I should sue Karen and all these other people who got involved in this, including Act 1, equal opportunity employer, my fucking ass. All right? And yet these people sit at their desk, they think they deserve their job. No, you fucking don't. You do not deserve your job. All right? I know more about employment laws and regulations than probably anybody. Okay? And I think it's kind of divine or something miraculous that this has happened to me and I'm able to explain it. Okay? I'm very grateful, not that it's happened to me, but I will say that there's a benefit that I can explain this sort of stuff because it's important for people to know. Okay? You are accommodating stalkers on a daily basis. This is not unusual. There's a lot of people who are doing it. Okay? But the thing is that the reason why it's happening is because people don't know that they're not supposed to accommodate. I don't care what excuse a person gives you. You do not let them do what they did. You don't. You do not do it. You know? And like I said, I was saying it over and over and over again. And I kept saying, because I'm very psychic, and I kept thinking, everybody is concerned and focused on my love life. Everybody's concerned about, this relationship issue. I'm not in a relationship. And I kept wondering, why does this keep popping up in my head? The reason why is because these people have been conning everybody. Con artists have been telling people things and manipulating things and putting me in a situation that I would have never asked for. Okay, and these people think that, just because I really liked Steve Lyles when I was younger, that I'd walk like miles and miles just to go see him when I was a young kid, that I'm going to sit here and be all like mushy and think it's okay for this guy to wreck my life and then absolutely take no responsibility for it. Okay, these people basically played my life like it was a sport. Okay, they were enthusiastic about destroying everything that I ever cared for, everything that ever mattered to me, and my means of survival. They were so excited to do it, okay? But not one of them is willing to come to my door and fess up about it. Fucking cowards. Anyway, yeah, I'm upset, okay? Because like I said, every day I wake up and there's more shit coming through my mind. More memories flooding through, more pieces to the puzzle being put together, and it really pisses me off. Really pisses me off, okay? Now, my family might have thought that maybe my mom might have thought, my siblings might have thought, because I was married to Joel, and they must have thought that I knew about what poly was. But I remember when I was really scared, I called my mom because I wanted to move back home one time. And I said, Mom, Polly and Joel are like that. My mom was like, no, I don't think so. Now, I'm going to tell you what, my mom, I'm so angry with her, I can't even tell you. Because she's the kind of person that really believes all the media hype. She thinks that, racism is not really that bad anymore. She thinks that, if a person who has a certain level of prestige and wealth says something, that it's golden. I'm going to tell my mother right now, Karen Johnson is full of shit. Don't let her money and her power fool you. People can use their power in very bad ways, okay? And she's no smarter than the average turd walking on the street, because obviously she got conned into this, okay? And put a woman's life in danger, okay? Because number one, she's an egotist, okay? And number two, because she thought that Stephen Lyles was leaving me for his mom in a relationship that I had. It's so weird, you know what I mean? But my mom has no idea how fucked up the people really are, even though my mom's kind of messed up herself just for having the kids that she has. But still, she has no grasp or concept of how life is, And so, people like Elsie is going around conning people. And probably using this whole bullshit, I'm sure she gets sympathy because, she was a widow and all this other stuff. I don't give this bitch any sympathy at all. None at all. This woman is a goddamn demon. Somebody needs to expel her ass from the face of this earth. Seriously. So anyway, I just had to release it. I will be back releasing more. Like I said, you know what? I have seen so much injustice, okay, that I can't even describe it. It's just overwhelmingly shocking. It's shocking to me, and it's eye-opening, okay? It's seriously eye-opening, because what I saw enacted out in front of everybody. And I remember, you know, writing a couple articles, putting some articles on LinkedIn. Karen saw these things, okay? I proved my point. I referenced laws. I, you know, even had a couple of video clips that I added in on it. That meant nothing to her, okay? So that's the ego, okay? My opinion means nothing, even when you're fucking with my own life. It doesn't matter if I'm screaming. Basically, yeah, also, I want to add this rape element. The reason why I felt like I was raped a while ago is because you got these perverted families that are trying to control me, okay? And so that's why I feel like I was being raped, because you're basically trying to make me, you know, bend over and take instructions or follow into somebody's footsteps that I would never, in a lifestyle that I would never accept. You know what I mean? Or take on beliefs that I don't accept, okay? Don't sit here and point the finger at me like I'm the immoral one because, you know, I look presentable for an employer because I'm a black woman who has hair issues. You know, like I said, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, okay? Based on what I have, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. What you're doing is wrong. Period. And there is, like I said, I don't care what kind of excuse you come up with. None of it holds any water, okay? You're a goddamn liar. Wrapping up this video. Be back with another one later.